So all of you who actually invested in Oatly since the IPO has gotten a lot of good gains as of yet. It has been shooting up in the last couple of weeks and even more the last couple of days. Now, what is going on with this stock, and is this something we can see further on? Let's talk about that here on the PlantStock channel. If you're new to this channel, then welcome. If you're not, then welcome back. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and you want to continue getting information regarding Oatly and other plant-based stocks like the Tattooed Chef, Beyond Meat, to name a few, make sure to subscribe and don't forget that magic bell button. And as always, I would truly appreciate an early thumbs up since it does help spread the video to more people and you'll be helping me out. Thank you, folks. I truly appreciate your help. And by the way, I got this idea this morning. I was wondering, should I do a taste review on Oatly's products? And if that's something you're interested in, let me know down in the comments. Considering that I'm based in Sweden and it is a Swedish company, I thought it would be an interesting thing to do. So let me know down in the comments. Now, if we take a look at the stock chart, ticker symbol OTLY in the NASDAQ, we can see that since it IPO'd back in May, it has gone up extremely well. And just on Friday, it went up about 8%, which is incredible gains for one day. So what is actually going on? Let's take a look at the news. So about a week ago, we found out that Oatly just partnered with NYC's frozen yogurt chain, and they're going to have a selection of plant-based flavors. And that is going to be Oatly based then. So when we go and take a look at the kind of products they have also, they actually do have several different kinds, ordinary dairy and fat-free options. But then you have the vegan version. So they do seem to have quite a lot of those. Let's see, the Belgian chocolate fudge sorbet, black raspberry, cocoa loco, chocolate hazelnut truffle, cookie dough craving, well, cookies and cashew. Well, I wish I was in New York right now, but I have heard that that's the vegan capital of the world. Dreamboat coconut, and then we have here Oatly's iced latte and Oatly's vanilla. And you see these, right? This is a good sign, folks, that they have it branded. So it's a branded deal, which is obviously beneficial because when people start going to this and they enjoy their ice creams, they're like, their products, well, we should test the others, their chocolate milk, their yogurts, and their milks. So this is a good sign for Oatly for sure. And 16 Handles franchise, they have about 32 stores, right? And it's going to be within all of those stores. So obviously good news. And I wouldn't be surprised that if this is part of the reason why the Oatly stock has been doing even better this last week. Folks, let me know down in the comments. Have you ever been to this place, the 16 Handles? Have you tried their vegan ice creams or maybe any other forms? Is it a good place? Is it a place where people actually normally go to? Let me know. I also thought something that could be interesting to you who are an investor in Oatly is that they actually are taking another company to court regarding that they feel that they're kind of ripping off their trademark here. It says here, the Malmö-based group accuses Gleb Farm Foods, which specializes in gluten-free oats, of infringing trademarks, including the Oatly brand name and pack design, and of passing off the beverage as Oatly, according to documents submitted to the court. So this is something, we should actually follow if we're interested in the company. And this is the kind of products they seem to have. They seem to have some kind of milk variant here, right? Ideal for barista coffee, and they do seem to have some kind of granolas. Well, that's nothing that Oatly has so far. Could be, I think, for them in the future, which will be really interesting, right? So let's follow along there and see what happens in the future, right? But another reason why I think that stock is taking off temporarily is that apparently Starbucks is seeing oat milk shortages. And one of the reasons for that is obviously that now people are taking their vaccines, right? These coffee places, people are going to go visit the coffee places a lot more. And I've seen similar articles when it comes to Starbucks at different airports because people are probably going to start flying again soon, right? A lot more. So this is a good sign, I would say, because if there's shortages, right? People are coming out again and buying a lot more coffee. and people really want to try their oat versions or want their oat versions, right? That means it's a popular product, right? And obviously these companies haven't prepared for it, probably haven't stocked up on their different oat products as much as they should have, not anticipating this rapid growth, right? When people are going to start coming out again and having coffee. And here, if we take a look at the article here, quote, I can confirm that we are experiencing temporary supply shortage of some of our products. Specific items will vary by market and store, and some stores will experience outages of various items at the same time. And as a spokesperson for Starbucks, we apologize for the inconvenience and are working quickly and closely with our supply chain vendors to restock items as soon as possible. Oat milk, folks, is an example of the handful of outages customers may experience when visiting their local Starbucks. And according to this article, a source that is close to Oatly's thinking tells Yahoo Finance that the demand for its products remains strong. The company has opened a new manufacturing plant in Ogden, Utah, and is making more oat milk than ever before, the source states, which should hopefully mean that Oatly will be able to meet the demand that is going to grow a lot now, specifically since both restaurants and coffee places are going to open up a lot more now. So we probably can see a pretty good revenue in the months to come. So as we can see, Oatly is doing really good. But as you know, also a couple of videos ago, if you haven't seen my videos on them, take a look up here. I did urge you guys to maybe be careful when investing right now. And if you invest at these prices, really think long term, right? Because I do believe we're going to get a better price out there in a couple of months from now. And I found an article also talking about this. So let's take a quick look at that. So it says the valuation of Oatly stock is too hot to handle. There's no question about that. But I think this person who is actually talking about this, he's quite bullish on the company, but feels that it's going a bit too quickly. And it talks about what kind of sales they've had, over 400 million last year. We talked about it. Again, take a look at my videos. But I do like that he is nuanced. He doesn't like the idea that there are profitability concerns. It's overdone. Some analysts have dismissed Oatly's stock because of the company's lack of profitability. But like he states here, with Oatly's sales and gross profits both soaring, its gross profits nearly doubled to almost 130 million last year. I think the profitability is a matter of when, not for the company. It's a matter of when, not if, for the company. And he actually believes that the positive bottom line, we could see it by 2023. So it's still quite soon, I would say. But like I also worry about, he says that much more worrisome, however, is the valuation of Oatly stock. And it says it's trading 33 times higher. It's actually higher right now. So the bottom line is that this person feels like you should wait within the next 4 to 6 months because it could come down to about $15 to $18 range. And I actually see that as quite possible. We don't know. We can't predict the market as we know. But I do think that actually does sound reasonable. There is a lot of hype. But right now, it's the largest plant-based stock company out there. Without a doubt, it is trading at $17 billion. Now, if we compare that with Beyond Meat, it is trading about $9.5 billion. So it's almost double valuation of Beyond Meat. And Beyond Meat is a company that is globally much more well-known, I would state, than Oatly. And to some extent, like a lot of people state out there, Beyond Meat to some extent probably has a little better moat, a little more defense than Oatly, considering their product. I do still see Oatly as a company that's going to do super well, but it has flown up the top, right? 17 billion and just gotten out there, right? And then if we take a look at the price to sales, well, it's trading at 35 PS ratio. And we know, we talk about that often on this channel, right? That's not unnormal if it's a growth company, especially if it's a smaller one, but it's really big. It's basically as big when it comes to revenue as Beyond Meat. They have the same kind of revenue right now. And Beyond Meat on paper looks a lot better. 22, right? And it wasn't long ago that Beyond Meat was around 16. So I would say that is pretty steep. So I do believe that this company, it will come down quite harsh in the next couple of months. That is my opinion. And I think there's a risk that there's another reason why the company is flying up the way it is, because I do believe a lot of retailers is probably buying in right now. And I think one of the reasons is that a lot of people probably take a look at the stock price, right? And they're like, Oatly, it's under $30, right? And look at Beyond Meat, it's $150. Beyond Meat is a lot more expensive. Wow, when Oatly goes up to 150, we're gonna be making this and that much, 5 times our money. And I can't see that happening anytime soon, that this company is going to 5x. I mean, in the future, long term, without a doubt, 5x, 10x, but right now it's not. It's going to take a long time. And the reason I think people think it looks cheap is because people forget maybe that the stock price doesn't really tell anything about the valuation or how many stocks are actually out there. So when it comes to Beyond Meat, $150 is you get 1 share, right? But look at how many shares there is. So 63 million in Beyond. Take a look at Oatly. How many shares do they have? 600 million. Folks, 600 million, that's almost 10 times as many stocks as Beyond has, which means when you buy one stock from Oatly, yes, it's a lot cheaper, but you get a lot less of the company. Do you understand what I mean? You basically get 1/10 of that compared to what you get from Beyond Meat. So I think that's something you should keep in mind. Don't look at the price, right? Look at the valuation. Look at the PE's ratio. On paper, Beyond definitely looks better. So that's something to keep in mind. It doesn't mean don't invest now. If you're in for the long run, then yeah, and you feel good about these prices, or you feel good about what you see coming, you see the vision, then sure, invest now. But just keep this in mind, you know, because I would worry that if you go in now hoping to make a 3x, a 5x in the next couple of months or in a year from now. I mean, everything in this market is possible. I don't think it's likely though. So just keep that in mind. And also, do not misunderstand what I'm trying to say here, because again, I'm bullish about this company. I think it's going to go do really well. I'm going to invest in the company most likely, but I'm going to wait for a better entrance point. That's for sure. Could it be that it will continue going up more and more? There is a possibility. I talked about this in former videos that we could see it going to 30, 35. Who knows? Maybe it goes to 40, 45, you know, with all the hype. And if you're trading this stock, I guess that would be interesting. But we, you know, on this channel, we're normally talking long term, right? So that's a bit risky, and maybe not the kind of mentality you want to have as an investor. But folks, let me know down in the comments, where do you see this stock price in the next 4 to 6 months? I'm interested to know. Maybe where do you see it in the next couple of weeks? That will also be interesting to hear. All right, folks, that was it for today. I truly hope you got some value from today's video. And if you did, as always, please help me out and smash that like button. And if you want to continue getting more information regarding Oatly, Beyond Meat, Tattoo Chef, to name a few, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget that ever magical bell button. Thank you, folks. I truly appreciate your help. And as always, this was not financial advice. These were just my own thoughts and opinions. It's important to do your own due diligence and invest safe. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow. And peace out.